Mac, let's start with the winner here once again. I do have some questions regarding this Jets team and that offense specifically, but Anthony Richardson, that might have been the best ball we've seen him play. I know there's been moments, but 60 minutes of protecting the football, protecting himself, leading his team. What'd you take away from his performance?
To your point, yes, we did see a fumble by Anthony Richardson that, you know, was received by the Jets. They put points on the scoreboard. But outside of that, I think this was his best performance because he made plays with his legs, he made plays with his arm, and he was just super efficient. And I think this was a blessing in disguise for Anthony Richardson, Joe, in my opinion, when he was benched, because he had an opportunity to sit and watch. If you look at Anthony Richardson being drafted out of Florida, a very, very small sample size while in college, he was forced into action instantly.
He's learning.
He's never had an opportunity to kind of sit and gather himself and watch. But he had a few weeks to do so. And he saw what did not work for his offense. He saw what worked as well. So when you look at his position in this matchup today, he seemed to be more relaxed. He seemed to be an individual that was not pressing. And like I said, it's okay to take what the defenses are giving you. So there lies the opportunity to continue to grow. We saw growth today. You want to see a young quarterback develop, right? And when you see that, you're extremely optimistic in what he can do for your organization, what type of quarterback he can be. And most importantly, when they needed to put points on the scoreboard, that last drive for the Colts, he wasn't rattled. He marched his team down the football field. If I'm not mistaken, he was the one that ran the touchdown in. So that's a huge plus because he put together a great game. But what does it mean if you don't win? The winning is the cherry on top. That's what you're searching for, and he was able to put his team in positions to win. This was a huge day for him.
He also categorized that layoff in terms of giving way to Joe Flacco as a blessing in disguise as well. He said, I'm almost happy the thing happened. You got to look at it from a different angle. And he looked to be seeing it from a different angle now on field, and it comes in a win here against the Jets. The Jets offense does find some productivity and some points in the second half, but thing was darn broken in the first half and then in moments when they needed it most at the end of game. What are you seeing on that side of the ball? This Aaron Rodgers-led offense, you could point to a number of things right now, but where do you point if you got the laser pointer in the film room and you're trying to fix something?
It's taking too long to get things going. It's almost like getting into your automobile and not cranking it up, but you have some place to go. And you don't have time to waste. That's what it's like watching the Jets.
Just running.
You jump, you get in the car, it's cold outside, but you don't crank it up, you're not going anywhere.
Want to let the defrosters go.
And then when you do crank it up, you're fighting against time because you already spared too much time being stagnant. That's the issue with the Jets offensively. Number one, Aaron Rodgers, I understand with age, your mobility leaves you a little bit. But right now, he's not trying to move. He doesn't move. He doesn't scare you in the pocket. He doesn't evade defenders. And I understand he's older, but you used to still see Aaron Rodgers kind of be slippery. He's like a sitting quarterback in the pocket. That's never been his identity. That's second. That's first. And then when you look at what he's not seeing when it comes to the coverage side, every defense that plays against the Jets, they're doing the same thing. They're bringing relentless pressure. And they're saying, you know what? We don't trust that he can get the football out to whoever it is might be open, and we're going to continue to do so. Once again, the Colts, who has been a very, very vulnerable defense, by the way, they sunk relentless pressure at Aaron Rodgers, and he hasn't been able to adapt, make adjustments. Think about this. We're in the month of November. They played Minnesota in September. The same game plan that Minnesota displayed against the Jets, every team is doing the same thing. And they've been fairly successful. You know, Mike Tomlin used to tell us all the time, Joe, anytime you put bad tape out there, be prepared to embrace it and see it every week until you get it right. Because if you do not get it right, it's a copycat league. Whatever worked against your team, guess what? Let's take that same tape and let's do the same thing because they've shown that they cannot be successful and productive against that.
Yeah, dealing with a lot of pressure right now, Aaron Rodgers in that pocket. It used to be ballet. Now it's a bit more breakdancing. Spinning on his head again in a loss as the Jets suffer another.